What's up guys? Today we're going to talk about the prone incline dumbbell shoulder press, also known as the Serrano press, which is one of my favorite movements. This movement really focuses on the external rotation of the shoulder, something that often goes overlooked but is super important both in general life and powerlifting, right? On the bench and the deadlift, we both are really focusing on externally rotating those shoulders, as well as general life pain. We're usually hunched over a computer, driving, texting, whatever it is, and so a lot of that shoulder pain comes from us being internally rotated all the time, and this will help us kind of correct that by focusing on external rotation. Now, a lot of people want to go too heavy on this exercise. This is not something you need a lot of weight for. I'm going to be using 5s to demo. We don't need much weight. Technique is much more important than the load. So I'm going to start with this incline bench in the lowest incline setting, simply because this makes it a little bit tougher and really forces you to focus on that external rotation aspect. If you don't have light enough weight where you can do it properly on this setting, you can go ahead and bring that bench up a notch, which will make it a little bit easier, though you lose some of that focus on the external rotation. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that lowest setting. We're going to go ahead and lay down. Chest first, chest on the bench, keep that nice stable position, bring the dumbbells up, and all we're gonna do is press them out and back down, trying to press in line with my body. You'll notice a couple things here. Number one, I'm trying really hard not to arch, right, and press here. I'm trying to keep my torso as neutral as possible. You might arch slightly just to move your face off the bench, but we're gonna try and maintain that positioning. I'm also trying to not shrug up and internally rotate, right? I'm not coming in here. The goal is to keep the scapula both depressed and retracted throughout the entirety of the movement. You see, I'm not doing that absolutely perfectly because, like I said, it is very tough. I'm struggling to keep this going and talk at the same time with 5s, right? But the goal is really to focus on that external rotation, moving from this spot where it's not too hard to keep it out to here where it's really, really hard to maintain that external rotation. This is one of my favorite shoulder movements for overall shoulder health as well as performance. If you're someone who really struggles on the bench and deadlift with letting those shoulders come internally rotated, maybe you see some elbow flare on the bench or you see the shoulders kind of cave in on the deadlift, this is an awesome way to fix it, especially if you're someone who feels like you've done endless lat work and just haven't seen the results you want to. Something like this where we're focusing on that shoulder external rotation may be the way to fix that issue. Let us know if you have any questions with the technique or application in this movement and we'll be happy to help.